Hmm. Good morning, everybody. I hope you can all hear me. uh, Singing, picking up my microphone and all that thing. Okay, I think that's on. um, I forgot to pop in this morning, and I wanted to give you all an apology for you folks who normally come to the parking lot chat in the morning. What happened is I drove out this morning. Don't worry, car is still running freaking excellent. Okay. No, what happened was I got to the parking lot this morning, and I'm sitting there going, okay, there's something wrong here. Because yesterday when I showed up, there was like maybe 3, 4 handicap spaces left, and that was at 5:15. Shift don't start till 6. Well, I pull into the parking lot, pull into the space, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's way too few cars here. All right. So I finally pick up my phone and I start looking at it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I got a call yesterday afternoon. Now, what happens is I normally turn the notifications off on my phone because when I'm listening to these little buggers here, because I had to get these little earbuds, which I've gotten used to, but I'm still afraid I'm going to lose these little damn things. Look at this. Hang on, look at this. They itty bitty little buggers here, these things. I don't know if any of you folks have used these, but is everybody hearing me okay? Because I see there's 15 people here. Let me know. Um, their little bar down here isn't exactly accurate when it comes to sound, so let me know if you can hear me or not. Okay, thank you. It's just this thing's supposed to light up and it barely does. It's a YouTube, you know. But what happened was I'm sitting there. Suddenly I look at my phone and it turns out I got a recent call. Now what happened is since I have a new phone. By the way, if you have a smartphone and you have like, not the actual, go to one of the franchises for like Verizon, I got this $800 phone for free. They took my 5 or 6 year old phone as a full trade-in because guess what? They need the chips. So you may want to investigate this if you want to get a new phone. And even if yours is a few years old, check into it. Because I thought for sure we were going to be paying for these things forever because my old phone shit the bed. It was, dying. So I went in and guess what? This phone's paid for because they took my phone as an $800 trade-in. But so I go to check my phone because this is a new phone, and it turns out they hadn't activated my voicemail yet. And I'm like, oh crap. And then sure enough, I look, and now luckily that they do these days, they send a text message along with the call. Turns out I had gotten a call at like 5:45 yesterday, but I didn't hear it because notifiers are turned off. Otherwise, when you're listening to your earbuds, everything that chimes in comes in over when you're listening to an audiobook, that's very distracting. And sure enough, I had gotten a call yesterday saying, don't come into work today. Now, apparently this happened last week while I was on vacation as well. I didn't know it either until I checked my recents because, my what do you call it? My group leader said, yeah, we didn't work last Wednesday. We ran out of parts. And that's what had happened. I wasn't supposed to even be at work today, which is kind of nice when you get up in the morning, you drive in, and then you go, wait a minute, I can go home. Plus, because of, things work in a union setting, we are going to get paid for today because it wasn't our fault. You see, they ran out of parts. So we get a short work week at Zona for that. But that means we're still going to get paid 40 hours, even though we didn't work today. What happens is, like I said, I'm not allowed to say anything negative about my company due to current company policy. Well, let's just say, The on-demand inventory system sucks. Oh, well, who said that? I didn't say that. Oh, there was a time amongst my people. I was there 3,000 years ago. We had things called warehouses where extra parts were kept in case of such a thing. But sadly, they've passed into legend because it's so much cheaper to have them. But also, there's been a lot of weird things going on with supply. Like somebody sent me an autographed picture of Sophie Aldred, and it went into Chicago on the 11th. Okay, and I thought, oh great, because I kept he gave me the tracking number, and I kept going to get it tracked, and last thing they had is item processed to Chicago, blah blah blah. And just now, yesterday, I finally got a notifier saying it cleared customs. It's a freaking autographed photo. How many, ISIS, Al Qaeda photo bombs are there? Oh my God. Especially coming from England, okay? I've never had anything get held up that long in customs. But I want to thank him for it. But sadly, like I said, well, I got to tell the truth. Unfortunately, he was under the impression I don't have an photograph photo of Sophie Aldred. No, I've never met her in person, is what I keep saying. And hopefully that'll change with Chicago TARDIS this year. But I do have a thing she did for the Omega Files that a friend of mine got signed. So, but I still appreciate it. I'm still going to frame that and put it up on the wall. It was, I remember the last name is Barnes. I want to thank you though for getting that for me because it will go up here if I can find space for it. Because one thing I'm running out of is wall space. Between, see, this is all Doctor, right? This is all Serenity. Then we go into Star Wars, Star Trek. Well, there's Norman Reedus right there from Walking Dead. So I'm kind of all over the place. And I got a bill, I got 3 or 4 pictures signed by Claudia Christian, but that's because guess what? She didn't charge me per signing either. She just sat down and started signing. Goes, here, you want this? Okay, and she signed that too. You gotta love Claudia. But sadly, I kind of knew she wasn't coming back to this coast. And she didn't, of course, because, I guess things didn't work out too well. But she was very, very nice, very kind. She was there next to Gil Gerard. This is a few years ago. Plus, she gave me, she did a photo with me for free because that I still have saved on here. I can never thank her enough for that. Okay, people are going on because this person quit another show and is allegedly involved in another project. Give me a minute because I know the name. It's Ailing Ellis. It's something Ailing Ellis. Help me if you have it on hand. Because I've been hearing about this, and for some reason, her first name won't lock in my brain. Okay. Yeah, things have been going crazy with it's okay. I should have known Rose. Duh. Okay. Rose Ailing Ellis. Thank you. So there's a lot of buzz about that, but remember also there was a lot of buzz that Rocky Thakrar was going to be the new companion. Didn't happen, did it? Plus, me, I don't object to anything. But apparently she's deaf, if I remember correctly, from what I've read. Now it's going to happen. The complaint department idiots are going to jump up and down. They're going to scream woke, diversity casting, and all the usual horse shit. And they really are. They're gonna milk this for all they can get. All right, now the Amy Pond rumor could be from. Remember, I even read this one. This was a while back. Chibnall years ago did an interview where he said, "Wouldn't you like to see?" And remember, this is years ago. Okay, keep this in mind. Wouldn't you like to see an instance where Tegan came back, Ace came back, maybe even Amy and Rory? Well, so far, the first 2 of those names have come to pass. And we have that confirmed. So there's been a lot of speculation that, maybe Amy and Rory are going to make an appearance. Now, I don't think Karen Gillan would mind doing it, But it's the fact that A, she's busy as hell. B, she's an A-lister now. Matt Smith, I don't care how many houses of the dragon he makes, is going to still be cleaning her pool a month from now. Yeah. Oh. I just had an evil image. Matt Smith in his House of the Dragon garb, following, Karen Gillan gets a dog and has to follow around cleaning up after it. Now it's House of the Pooping, ain't it? Okay. Okay. No, there's been no formal companion announcement, Fez. There's a lot of speculation about Rose Ailing Ellis, if I remember the name correctly. And so don't freak out on that yet, okay? That's not even a factor at this point. Okay, let's wait and see if we get more data. Well, it's a wig. But we all know that. So I got to come home this morning and I've been working on, I got a whole lot of, I got Scott, I got, oh, sheesh, what am I saying? I got Murder on the Chaitanya chapter 6 that I've been working on, forever now, but that's because I'm also doing one called Time to Pull the Weeds, and I think you'll enjoy that one. There's another one that's in the process called We Did It for Her. And there's another short story I'm doing for audio. So far, I've went through 3 titles on that one. And that's been The Politics of Life and Death. And that's going to be, if I can ever get around to writing it, it's still, the concepts are still bouncing around my brain. But I've actually got most of the audio done. That's what I was working on this morning. Then I looked up at the clock and go, oh crap, I didn't do anything from the parking lot. I didn't tell anybody why I wasn't there. So I figured I'd just stop and say, hey, yeah, there's a reason why I wasn't in the parking lot this morning. And that's because I got there and then found out, well, crap, I can go home. I didn't have to come in today. And who knows, with the way the part supply chain's working these days, John Sim was meant to be on Game of Thrones. Oh, I can see it. He's a damn good actor. We've had a lot of other, actors turn up what was it? Oh, crap. Now I'm blanking on his damn name. Bern Gorman was on Game of Thrones for a bit, back in the day, amongst many others. Ugh. Heck, I remember Merlin was like a revolving door there for Doctor Who for a while. Heck, Eve Miles was even on an episode of that. I think it was it the first one? Well, she's always hot as hell in everything she's in. She's a character. I know I'm going to watch House of the Dragon. I've been meaning to watch it. Like I said, I'm going to give it a shot despite, the lackluster ending of Game of Thrones. It's just, I'm not a big fan of prequels. There's, like I said, Obi-Wan Kenobi caught me off guard. I was shocked because normally, like I said, except for the part where he kicks Vader's ass again, it was an excellent series. Kicks Vader's butt and then goes off happily into the sunset. Well, the twin sunset. That's the part I did not like. Everything else was fantastic about it, so I'm not going to, berate it too heavily. Well, yeah, that's what I've been hearing. It's rather rough, but like I said, I'm going to give it a shot. Like I always do. Like I really tried. I really, really tried to watch. I'm not kidding here. I'm being honest. I really tried to watch Sandman. I couldn't get into it. I'm not kidding. The wife and I tried, and it's like, a lot of great actors in it, but I'm like, yay. I just couldn't get into it. Who knows? I may give it a shot again someday. Well, then that's very promising. Jeff. That is. It could be maybe she is going to make an appearance. You know, she she was always, well, how I want to say, she was always grateful to that show for the start it gave her. She did start on other things, but Doctor Who was kind of like a breakout role. Um, so maybe she is going to come back. No, no, no. I don't think she's going to do a spin-off. She's probably going to make an appearance in the 60th. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ponds turned up in the centenary the way things are going. Remember, Karen, what you call it, Amy Pond can't make any more children, remember? Because of whatever they did to, give birth to Liverdong. I mean, River Tam. I mean, oops, River. Oh, sorry. I was about to say. Oh. Yeah, sorry. River Summerfield. I mean, oops. I mean, sorry. I like making fun of that because I even have a character that's going to pop up mentioned in the Dr. Freedom song if I ever get around. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's weirdness going on or anything like that. I just keep trying to push through this one story, and it seems like I keep setting myself back more and more. I don't know. I've already lost one member of the cast because he had to take off to other things. I haven't heard from the guy who did what do you call it? Krill. I haven't heard from Max in a while, who does the voice of Krill, so I may have to do it myself. I can do a whole lot of voices, just not really good ones. You see, my Scottish accent really sucks, and things like that. Yeah, there's going to be no more untempered jism from Rory or anything. There's been too many time babies, and that, like I said, that whole plot line to me was, come on, my brother guessed who a River song was, and not the sharpest tool in the shed. And I'm sitting there going, no, it couldn't be that obvious, and it was. Okay, but so I wanted to apologize to the usual folks who show up. As far as I know, now if I get a robocall tonight, I'll put an announcement on the community page. I mean, bounce one out on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, saying I won't be in the parking lot. It's just I literally got up, got ready, which really sucked because I really hate those nights when you got to get up. It's not too bad when you have to get up in the middle of the night and take a whiz, because then you can go back to bed and you got like 2 or 3 more hours to sleep. But what really sucked this morning was I was up at like 3:30 and I get up at like 4:15. So I hate those because there's no point. By the time I get back in the room, put my CPAP machine back on, and doze off to even begin getting into a deep sleep, the alarm clock's going to go off. Don't that suck? I was sleeping really well too. What I really hate is when you're sleeping so well, you get those pee dreams. Ever get those? You suddenly start hearing a voice in the dreamscape. You better get up and go take a whiz. Weird things like that when you're in a deep sleep. Ugh. God, I got to really dust this room. The old bear here, he's getting dusty. Oh, poor fella. What that I got that from Lady G's brother after he passed. I thought he was just cool polar bear statue. And then I got to put him where I was going to put him in the first place. The Stephen King Funko Pop. I've had that one a while. I was going to put him in there with the Stephen King books, and I keep forgetting to put him in there. He's just been standing here. It's him holding that freaking red balloon, you know. They should have put some more gray in his hair, I think. I don't know. But okay. So that's what happened to me this morning. I woke up, got ready, drove into work. Either way, I'm getting more and more used to driving BMW again. It's a whole different experience than when you're driving, like, say, a Ford, and especially driving a sedan again after so long. I've been the last BMW I had was an SUV, and then I went to an Escape, which was also an SUV, and now I'm back in a sedan again. So it's like, instead of just hopping in and sitting down, I got to lower myself down into the car. You know, you hear that creaking? That's my spine when I get into the car. Okay, it kind of sounds like that, but a little bit clankier, like ghost chains. Okay. Ugh. Things have gotten quiet in the chat. Okay. So that's what happened. Now, Rose Ayling Ellis, like I said, are also, yeah, like some of you have noticed, Mirror put out an article. Nicola Methvin wrote this one. And I keep telling you, if there's one person I do listen to or believe half of the time in the Mirror, it's Nicola Methvin. If it's written by anyone else and it's Doctor Who related, don't bother. Wipe your butt with it, kick it out of your inbox. Just don't bother. Yeah, what happened was I used to get up around 5. But what happened, we used to go in when we worked 8 hours, we worked 7. 7 o'clock we started. And then we started doing 9-hour days. They had us coming in at 6. And then somebody had the grand idea, well, we're going to still come in at 6 and work 8 hours. And then somewhere along the line, because we're doing 9 hours, they started giving us half-hour lunches. So now we're stuck with the half-hour lunch. And I'm like, it used to be when I first started here, it was 8 hours, 7 to 3, and you took 2 20-minute breaks. Plus, when you rotate, they give you a walk-off if you got to, drain the weasel, take a squirt, smoke a cigarette if you're still into that kind of thing, which I heavily encourage you to get out of. So it wasn't like it was a complete work, thing. It was literally 8 hours. Get in, do your shit, get out. And now it's like 6 to 2:30 with a half-hour lunch I don't want because I don't even eat at work. I get up in the morning, people are like, you fat butt, I bet you eat 100 pancakes a morning. No, I eat a bowl of oats and a bowl this big, about that round, that fills up to about there. Then I eat dinner when I get home. So no, I'm not eating an overabundance of food. Like this morning, I had a couple of keto bagels with some light butter and some sugar-free jam. All right, so it's like, ugh. Okay, so just to let you know, that's what happened to me this morning. And I'm wandering again. So shut it, Groot. Okay. Don't you start, Herman. All right. Dr. Frida. Dr. Frida. I got to perfect ventriloquism one of these days. I could have a ball. I just know damn good at it. I really suck at it. Can you tell? All right. Dr. Frida. I couldn't do a Groot voice, I don't think, though. All right. So that's what happened to me this morning. Like I said, keep your eyes open, your ears peeled, or whatever you do with them that I don't want to know about. And we'll see what's going to happen. Like I said, the Rose Ayling Ellis thing right now is a rumor, speculation, and all that. Until we get something more solid, I wouldn't bank on it just yet. It's not beyond possibility, okay? But like I said, as you just heard, the usual suspects are going to go off like mad. Yeah, that's going to go, oh, yeah, yeah, diversity casting, oh, yeah, yeah, disability worship, blah, blah, whatever term they've come up with this week. Well, I'm going to get on out of here, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind, be calm, be safe, and unless something else weird happens, we'll see you all in the parking lot tomorrow, okay? So take care of yourselves. Have a great day. We'll see you on the flip side, kiddies.